I'm not impressed with myself right now. I ran around the entire house looking for my hat when it was sitting beside me the entire time.
True North Reviews, True North Reviews, True North Reviews.
Hey there, welcome to True North Reviews. My name is Ryan, and today we are doing some hot and cold. This is a video series I like to do where I talk about the best and worst music I heard over the past week, the hot being the best, the worst being the cold, and some middle of the road tracks as well. As always, the songs will be linked down below in the description for you to listen to, give your thoughts and opinions on them. We're just about ready to kick things off, but remember, you can give me suggestions for songs to listen to and give my opinion on. These are just songs that came out in the past week, caught my eye, caught my ear, and let's go. First up, with the requests of the week, the shoutouts, we have one. It's going to Legend BTV. Ben was the person who sent this song in. He is a frequent and consistent requester of songs for me to listen to, but he gave me a good one to listen to this week, as he usually does. It is Cheerleader with their song Everyone Is Wearing Skin. Characteristically, this is an alternative rock song with, the alternative appeal to what's popular in the mainstream. If you get sick of that stuff, you will always have that compelling rhythm to lean on with that 3/4 time signature. The instrumental is kind of dreamy in spots too. Just a well-written song. Now, diving into the hot tracks, the best of this week, we have the Rolling Stones featuring Jimmy Page on the song Scarlet. The Rolling Stones, they've been around for 6 or 7 decades now, but this tune is refreshing. It has me thinking that they could fit into the rock scene of today very easily. Keep in mind, Scarlet is not reinventing the wheel or anything, but it's a commendable entry into the legendary Rolling Stones catalog. Next up, we have a single from Taylor Swift's new album, Folklore. I will be reviewing this eventually someday. That video should come out very soon. And the song I'm picking from there is Cardigan. This is a big single from it. It already has the music video treatment, but sonically, what the song has going for it is a soothing piano instrumental, some subtle and soft sounds or touches of guitar, and some electronic percussion. Now, if you're a fan of The National, you'll probably know that Aaron Dessner is getting co-writing and co-producing credits on the song, and the song makes sense when you listen to it like that. It's not something that will immediately excite you or take your breath away, but I feel like it's a pleasant listen from start to finish the more you give it the chance to grow on you. Moving on, another hot track, we're giving it to ScHoolboy Q, who is featured on the Gorillaz song Pac-Man. The rap and alternative rock fusion keeps piquing my interest with Gorillaz. There's a great bass line on here. It's well produced, well performed as well. Up next, we have Oliver Tree featuring Blink-182 on a previously released song. It's called Let Me Down. I actually prefer this version with Blink-182 over the original. I feel like the pop-punk treatment to the instrumental is more fitting, in my opinion here. Travis Barker's drumming is also lively, and Blink's inclusion is enhancing everything. The energy, the melody, the rhythm. However, opposite to that high pace, high energy, high octane kind of sound, we have this next tune. It's another hot track. It's going to Alex Lustig. It is called Aura. This is down-tempo music, perfect for a late-night study session, maybe to help you fall asleep, but hopefully you don't mix the two together and doze off while you're studying. Not that I've done that before. I'm obviously talking about my friend. Next, we have Heaps with You Were There. This group, they continue to give this different look and sound from the drums. Tanner provides a bit more of a rhythmically diverse sound for Heaps, which I genuinely appreciate. The vocal harmonies on the outro are dazzling as well. A decent and fun tune overall. Now, speeding through the hot tracks, lastly this week we have Bronson with his song Keep Moving. As we keep moving here, lots of low end and a danceable groove on here. Now we're on to the middle of the road tracks, which I thought these were okay. Not amazing, not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. First up, we have Dua Lipa, J Balvin, Bad Bunny, and Tainy on the song Un Dia. And as much as I've enjoyed J Balvin and Bad Bunny's music, this year. This track is a little underwhelming, especially with the talent of Dua Lipa behind the mic, in my opinion. Another artist who has been lagging me down for quite a few years now, actually, and the more I go back to his older material, I realize it's pretty boring to listen to and just sit through. It is J. Cole. He has a couple new singles out this past week, still not cutting it for me. First up, we have Lion King on Ice. With this track, I cannot stand the looped vocals on here. Your every kiss, your every touch, just that thing gets worn out to death. It is jarring, it is distracting from J. Cole's flow, which is actually better than what it has been the last few songs that he's put out. Just this song is not cutting it still. And The Climb Back is the name of the other single from J. Cole this past week, the better of the two in my opinion, but as long as Cole keeps refusing to bring other people onto his tracks to sing his hooks, he's going to keep losing me. I don't think he can carry a chorus as much as people think he can. He's trying really hard to keep up that platinum with no feature thing, and the more I hear his music, the more I'm bored to tears. Moving on, we have Lights and Myth on the song Batshit, which this song is just making me think of Selena Gomez with the hushed style vocals, and very much like Lights, her last single, we have yet another good beat drop, just more bland verses in my opinion that really failed to keep me occupied. Earl Sweatshirt featuring Navy Blue is up next with the song Ghost. Something about Earl Sweatshirt's music hasn't really jived with me over the years. It might be the shorter compositions, the lower quality audio. I mean, I love me some Tyler, I love me some Frank Ocean and some of the former Odd Future members, but Earl is kind of sitting on the outside looking in. Yeah. Give Me Some Hell by Hardy is next up here. I like some of his music last year, one of my favorite country artists from 2019, but his new music, in my opinion, is missing something. He's got that rock sound to him, which I really like a lot. It's a lot more tolerable than most other country artists and what they're doing right now, but maybe I wish he was collaborating some more with artists, again, like he did with his Hicks tape last year. I don't know, just really sitting in the middle on this one. Much like this next track with Andy Shauf, it is called Jeremy's Wedding, a singer-songwriter who tends to bore me. Thought his album from earlier this year was kind of hit or miss. This song is better than most of the tracks on there, but again, compared to other singer-songwriters, it's kind of forgettable. It's nice to have on in the moment, but I kind of forget about it after listening. But up next we have Chris Cornell, Patience, a posthumous release from the Soundgarden and Audio Slave singer. This is actually a Guns N' Roses cover. Not the best vocal performance that I've heard from Chris over the years, but it's an okay singer-songwriter track. Last couple of middle-of-the-road tracks this week, we're giving it to Scott Helman with Papa and Jason Derulo for Take You Dancing. The former is a good song if Scott just didn't reference Thomas the Tank for some reason. He really wants to bring up Thomas the Tank, which kind of gives this song a childish sensibility to it, despite it really having a beautiful space and spacing around it, and the instrumentation as well. And the latter of the two, Jason Derulo with Take You Dancing, it has a funky bass line, a good groove, just not as good as previous Jason Derulo singles in my opinion. And now, wrapping up the week, we have the cold tracks, the worst of the week. First up, we have Maroon 5 with Nobody's Love. It is Adam Levine doing what he does best, thwarting his potential and his talent and all that stuff that he's got going for him. His singing on here is just incessant as always. It's over top of this kind of soulless pop song made for radio, as much of the latter discography of Maroon 5 tends to be. No substance, no flavor, even as a single this late in their career. Maroon 5 actually disappoint with this song very much. 3 Days Grace are back with a new song, or should I say a Gautier cover, as it is somebody that I used to know. I was so excited coming into this. I thought this was going to be like a lead single for a new album, possibly. Worst fears were confirmed. This is a cover, and a cover that is done poorly in my opinion. It is like this phoned-in rendition. Matt Walst as the singer for the group. He's sounding as one-dimensional as he has the last few years, unfortunately, and the band even leaves out the Kimbra verse, so I'm just not too pleased with it. I am also not pleased with Bon Jovi Jovi, this next song from them, Do What You Can. The chorus sounds like it would be better suited for Neil Diamond. It is super corny. Obviously a tribute to the workers on the front lines during this pandemic, but yeah, it's not a good song. I don't want to be too harsh on it, but it's not a good song. 070 Shake and Tame Impala are joining forces on Guilty Conscience. This is a Kevin Parker remix. Two artists I was really happy to see together, given that I enjoyed their respective albums from earlier in the year quite a bit. However, Tame Impala, his remix here is actually ruining one of the melodic highlights of 070 Shake's album, in my opinion. There's a horrible vocal mix on here, just really sucks the life out of 070, even though it's clearly trying to sound like it was recorded in like a space station. That being said, you can expect to hear the same kind of drums that we heard on The Slow Rush by Tame Impala, just not suiting the song in my opinion. Not a good collaboration at all. It's not showing off any qualities of either artist that I would want to see myself listening to. And finally, we have Tim McGraw with Hallelujahville. I can say hallelujah because we're almost done this week. One of my favorite country mainstream artists is Tim McGraw, but this track is simply tired. It is flaccid. There's no guts to it. It limps across the finish line. I can't wait to be done here, and yeah, we're done. And yeah, that's it. I just wanted to get through those cold tracks pretty quick this week. Gotta get on to bigger and better things I'd rather be listening to right now. Anyways, that's hot and cold for this week. Make sure you guys sound off down below in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of this music. Agree or disagree. I'm here to engage with you guys. If you'd like to leave a like, subscribe if you're new in town. Thanks, as always, for watching. Have a rockin' day.